Hey, what's up guys? So I wanted to share this quick video with you, sharing with you 3 shifts I've made and how I express myself to women during a cold approach that has skyrocketed the level of engagement I experience, meaning them chasing me, qualifying themselves to me, even touching me. So here are the changes. Before, I would stop a woman with, hey, what's a cool cafe around here? Or hey, I liked your style or something like that. Kind of rushing the opener. And I noticed that not all, but a lot of women just brushed it off and walked away. So I made a small, subtle little shift, which is now I put a pause after the hey. So now it looks something like, hey. Then I'll wait for her to stop and make eye contact with me, which is happening, I would say, 90% of the time now. And then I proceed with the rest of the opener, which is what I said earlier. What's a cool cafe around here? Or this is totally random, but I'm impressed with the way you put yourself together. It seems like you did it all with purpose, and I like that. Once again, I'll put a pause before I say the rest of that. But the reason why that's working so well is because it subcommunicates grounded masculine energy, calmness, and a baseline kind of collected energy which women are attracted to. So that's number one. The second thing that I do is instead of making just like cheeky statements, let's say as part of a cold read or just to try to be funny, like, hey, that's an interesting top. How'd you know red was my favorite color? Or let's say she recommends a cafe, right? Before I might say something interesting, but not polarizing or masculine and edgy, like, okay, you said that way too fast. You definitely were a coffee cult leader in a past life. It's interesting, it's cheeky, but it doesn't polarize. It doesn't position me as the selector, as a potential lover, as an alpha lover, sizing her up for her being a potential mate. So I've switched my cold reads or my what I call bridge statements to those that are more polarizing. So that statement of, all right, you must have been a coffee cult leader in a past life. You said that way too fast. I'll say, wow, you said that way too fast. It's almost like you were waiting all your life to impress somebody with your knowledge of coffee. That tells me you're a pleaser, and I like that in a woman. Notice how now the statements are coming from a selector frame, right? Like a potential lover frame, a dominant alpha lover frame. And I've just noticed that that's creating massive attraction now. And the third thing is, after I make a cold read or a selector or masculine and edgy statement like that, unlike before where I would just say something after that, like, oh, I hope I didn't offend you, or just say some filler words, now I let it sit in silence. In other words, I put a pause after that and just watch her squirm in the most amazing way. So after I say something like, yeah, you know what, you come across like a real pleaser, and I like that. I would even guess borderline submissive. Well, today's your lucky day, my dear, because me, I'm a guy next door type during the day, but I moonlight as a dom at night. Then I'll just look at her with a little smile and silence. No talking, no overqualifying, no over-explaining, nothing. And I've noticed just with that shift, it's created massive attraction. And now she's forced to fill in that space and invest in me. Why? Because I've raised my value now through just my presence, through just that silence. And that's what I've noticed. So anyways, these are 3 subtle shifts I've made with respect to what I call social chess, or the art of social dynamics, especially during my cold approaches, that has generated massive attraction from women. or they're chasing me now, qualifying themselves to me, and even like touching me. So anyways, thought I'd share this with you. Once again, this is my experience. It's not a one size fits all, okay? Do what works for you. I'm just sharing with you what's working for me like crazy. But once again, you know, it is a fact that women are attracted to grounded masculine energy, and especially if you know how to express it through your nonverbal communication and your verbal game. So anyways, if you like content like this, follow me on Instagram and check out my YouTube channel where I actually post in-field demonstrations of all this in action, so you can see that I'm a man who walks my talk and not just a paper champion or a paper professor like most. Anyways, until we talk again, this is Omar from Rebuild to Rule saying, have a nice day.